So hello class 8 students, welcome back again. So today the next topic of the chapter, that is exploring forces, we are going to discuss from the chapter force and pressure. So let's begin then. This is given in page number 130 of your NCERT class 8 science book. So let's begin. Exploring forces. Let us try to learn more about forces. There is an activity 11.2. So in this activity, first of all, let us consider this figure 11.4, A and B. Okay, so initially a box is there. Okay, a box is there and only one man is pushing the box. In this figure it is not shown here. Okay, in this figure it is not shown that only one box is pushing this, one man is pushing this heavy box. The two persons are pushing this heavy box. It is shown in this figure. Okay, so but suppose we consider that there is a heavy box and which one man can move only by pushing it very hard. So if only one man is pushing this box, then it becomes very difficult to push, right? It becomes very hard to push. Then if two men pushes this heavy box in the same direction, which is given in this figure 11.4a, if two men are pushing this heavy box, suppose with a force of F1 and F2, one of the man is pushing the heavy box with force F1 and the other with force F2, then what can happen? It becomes much easier, right? It becomes much easier to move the heavy box. With two men it becomes much easier to push the heavy box in the same direction. So this is because when the two men apply their forces of push together in the same direction, moreover in the same direction, okay, remember, then the two forces will add up to provide a much bigger force, and this bigger force can move the heavy box very easily. Okay, the two forces will add up. Suppose first person is pushing with force F1 and the second person is pushing with force F2, then the net force or the resultant force acting on the heavy box will be equal to F1 plus F2. There will be addition of the two forces to create a bigger force. Okay, and this bigger force can easily move the heavy box. Clear? So what is given first of all in the first paragraph here in activity 11.2, choose a heavy object like a table or a box which you can move only by pushing hard. Okay, try to push it all by yourself. Initially you have to push it by yourself, the heavy box or heavy table. So can you move it? It will be difficult, right? It will be difficult to move the heavy box alone. Now ask one of your friends to help you in pushing it in the same direction. Okay, as given in the figure, two friends are pushing the heavy box in the same direction. So is it easier to move it now? Yes, it becomes easier to move now. Why? Because the two persons are pushing the heavy box, or the two friends are pushing the heavy box or heavy table in the same direction. Okay, then there will be addition of the two forces acting on the box, which is acting on the box to create a larger force, bigger force, and this bigger force can easily help to move the heavy box forward. Clear? Now figure 11.4b. Now again the two persons are pushing the heavy box, but this time in the opposite direction. Okay. So one of the friend is pushing from left hand side and the other friend is pushing from the right hand side. Okay. So if out of these two friends or out of these two person, one of the person is stronger, if we assume one of the person to be stronger than the other, then what can happen? The person who is stronger applies a larger push force, right, than the other man. So if this person is stronger, then he will apply a larger force on the box, and this box will easily move in the right hand side. Clear? So then we can say that the box will move in that direction in which a larger force is applied by the stronger man. Clear? And the box will move. Understood? But one more thing is that the box will move very slowly. Okay, it will move very slowly. Why slowly? Because here in this box the net force acting on this box is equal to the difference in the magnitudes of the two forces applied by the two men. Okay, and thus this net force is small. That is why it will move slowly. It will move to the right hand side, but it will move slowly. Why? Because from the other side this man is pushing it. Understood? So there will be difference between the two forces. Suppose this man is pushing with the force F1 and this man is pushing with the force F2 in the opposite direction. Then there will be the net force acting on this box will be equal to F1 minus F2. Okay, there will be difference between the two forces. So what is given in this paragraph? Let's see. Next, push the same object but ask your friend to push it from the other side or opposite side. Does the object move? Yes, it will move, but slowly. So if it does, note the direction in which it moves. Can you guess which one of you is applying a larger force? Okay, in which side the box will move? And that's from that side only, or from that side only, the person who is pushing the heavy load or heavy box is applying a larger force. Clear? So thus we can say that if the two forces applied to an object act in the opposite direction, suppose this person is pushing with force F1 and this person is pushing with force F2, opposite direction, then the net force acting on this heavy object is equal to the difference between the two forces. Okay, and that means when these two forces act in opposite direction, their effective magnitude decreases. Okay, next, figure 11.5. Here you see the rope tug of war in the game of tug of war. Okay, in the game of tug of war, suppose, yes, there is a paragraph given to it from related to this figure. Have you ever seen a game of tug of war? Yes, we have seen, right? So in this game, two teams pull at a rope in opposite directions. Yes, two teams will pull the rope, but from the opposite direction. Okay, this team is pulling towards them, and this team is pulling towards them. Okay, members of both the team try to pull the rope in their direction. Sometimes the rope simply does not move. Is it okay? Sometimes the rope does not move, simply does not move. Okay, if the rope does not move, what we can say then? We can say that the two forces, suppose F1 and F2, these two forces applied to an object. Which is the object here? Rope is the object. Okay, rope is the object. Here the force is F1 and here is the force of F2. So if the two forces applied to an object are equal in magnitude, that means they are applying with equal forces. That is why the rope is not moving. Okay, but the equal forces are acting in the opposite direction, then the net force will be what? 0. The net force or the resultant force will be equal to 0. That is why the rope is not moving. Simply the rope will not move. Okay, so figure 11.5, the rope may not move if the two teams pull at it with equal force. If the two teams will pull the rope with equal forces, then the rope will not move, and the resultant force on the rope will be equal to what? 0. Clear? So is it not similar to the situation shown in figure 11.3b? Okay, in figure 11.3b, yes, these two girls are pulling each other, right, with some forces. Suppose F1 and F2, they are pulling with some force, F1 and F2, and they are not moving at all, neither to this direction, neither to that direction. That means they are applying equal forces on each other. Okay, that is why they are not moving to the either direction. So the team that pulls harder, the team that pulls harder, that is applies a larger force, finally wins the game. Okay, which of the team will apply larger force, then that team will win and the rope will go to that side. Clear? Okay. So what do these examples suggest about the nature of force? So forces applied on an object in the same direction add to one another. Okay. Which you have seen in figure 11.4a. The two forces are acting on the same direction, add to one another. Okay. Now recall what happened to you when you and your friend pushed the heavy box in the same direction in activity 11.2. In the two forces, if the two forces act in the opposite direction on an object, the net force acting on it is the difference between the two forces. So what did you observe in activity 11.2 when both of you were pushing the heavy box from opposite direction? Whichever means suppose this person is moving or pushing the force, pushing the heavy object with a larger force as compared to him. Moreover, these two forces are in the opposite direction, then the net force will be equal to the difference between the two forces. Okay, and whoever pushes the heavy box with a larger force, then the box will move to the other side. Like say this person is moving with a larger force, then the box will move to the right hand side. Okay, but it will be a slow movement because from the other side this person is pushing it, the heavy box. Okay. So does it mean, what Paheli is suggesting, does it mean that the net force on an object is zero if the two forces acting on it in opposite directions are equal? Yes, the net force will be equal to what? Zero if the two forces are equal in opposite direction. Suppose this team is pushing the rope with force F1 and this team also pushing the force with the same force, suppose F1. Okay, then the net force will be equal to what? F1 minus F1. Now what is F1 minus F1? See, the magnitude is same, so it will be what? 0. The net force will be equal to 0, F1 minus F1. Okay, clear? So recall that in the tug of war, when the two teams pull equally hard, the rope does not move in any direction. So we learned that a force could be larger or smaller than the other. Okay, the force can be larger or the force can be smaller than the other. So the strength of a force is usually expressed by its magnitude. Okay, the strength of the force is expressed by its magnitude. Remember. Okay. We have also to specify the direction in which a force acts. So also if the direction or the magnitude of the applied force changes, its effect also changes. Okay. So there will be magnitude and there will be direction of force. Of what? Force. We have to specify the direction also, in which direction the force is applied. Okay. Also if the direction or the magnitude of the applied force changes, its effect also changes. If the magnitude of the force changes or if the direction of the force applied changes, then the effect of force will also be changed, which we'll see in the later sections, the effect of forces. So in general, more than one force may be acting on an object. However, the effect on the object is due to the net force acting on it. Okay, there can be more than one force acting on the object, and the effect of the forces on the object will depend on the net force acting on the object. Clear? So that's all for today. The next video will start from force can change the state of motion, then Force can change the shape of an object. More are there. Types of forces are also there, okay, which we'll see in the later sections or in the later video. So that's all for today. Thank you and have a nice day.